Hello and welcome to another video. So today I'll be looking at this 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. It's called the Oraimo Toast 22.5 byte, which means it outputs 22.5 watts. So what I'll do in this video, I've already used this. This just unboxing this for demonstration. I've been using it for the past 2 weeks. So I've tested it, everything that you need to know. So I'll be mainly talking about how this performs, especially for phone charging, which is maybe what most of you might be using this for. So it's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, so it's not the largest, but this 22.5 watts, it's something you should take note of, which means it will fast charge most devices. I'll talk more about that later in the video. So before I continue, you can get this on the Oraimo eShop or the Oraimo store app. I leave links in the description, or you can download in the description. When you use those links, you'll get a discount automatically. If that doesn't work, you can use my discount code here to get a 5% discount. So to move on, this is one of the most affordable power banks which you'll find. Actually the cheapest right now on the Oraimo eShop. It comes in at 1600 shillings, which is quite a bargain considering how good I found this to be. So I'll just show you what's in the box. And as I said, I've already used this, so I just returned them to the box to show how it looks. Here it is. This is where it displays the battery percentage and the charging protocol that is working when you're using it. As a user manual, you can go through that to understand more about how it works, but I'll just set it aside, and you'll find a short Type-C cable which you can use to charge this power bank or maybe charge other devices. But I usually use my main oraimo cable, which so that I can be able to fast charge my phone and all that. But this short cable comes in handy, especially when you are charging small devices such as these earbuds, and maybe and sometimes maybe you won't be able to find a cable. You can still use this. It's a good cable. It doesn't fast charge, but it just works well enough. But if you have a fast charger, please use that. So you can look at it from the outside. It's a very small power bank. This is actually smaller than my phone. My phone is a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, which is a 6.1-inch phone, which is a small phone, but this is much smaller. So I found this to be quite good and very comfortable to carry around in my pocket. And sometimes I usually confuse it to be my phone, but it's very compact, and if you travel a lot, this will come in handy. So for the build quality, it's mainly plastic, and here's where the specifications are written. You can't see them clearly, but they're written here. Here there's nothing at the bottom, and on this side there's nothing apart from this button. We'll look at the ports up here. So this is the first output port, which you can use to charge your devices. This is output 1, output 2, which basically the same thing as this. And here there are 2 inputs. This one is a micro USB. If you have a micro USB cable, you can use it to charge this up, and if you have a Type-C cable, you can use it to charge this up. But this Type-C, the good thing about it, it also doubles up as a third output. If you have a C to C cable or C to Lightning cable for your iPhone, you can use this to charge the device, and it will still fast charge. So all this will fast charge. I'm not sure about I don't have any other device which I could maybe use to try maybe charging 2 devices simultaneously, so you'll forgive me for that. But for one device, I can guarantee you it will fast charge. It fast charges my Samsung phone just the same as its original charger, and it does it in exactly the same time any other fast charger will do. So despite the size, this is quite a powerful charger. But remember, it's a maximum of 22.5 watts, so don't expect to charge a 45 watt device with this and get the charging speeds that you need. But for most phones, this will be able to do that. I've tried it on my Samsung, and if it works on Samsung, most likely it will work on many other brands. So we'll get into the main thing of this. So I'll just press this button. So this will show you the amount of power you have left in the power bank. It's quite good. It looks quite good. The camera isn't doing it justice. I wish I could I wish I could, if I had a better camera, you would have seen how it looks. It looks quite good. So the good thing about this, let me show you. For example, if you are charging a low power device like earbuds or a smartwatch, you can just double click this. When you see it's flashing, you know it's slow charging, so you can safely charge these devices without causing any harm to them. And to return it to the normal charging mode, you just double click and it will get back. So let me get my cable and show you what it does when you connect it, and how it tells you that you're fast charging. I'll be using this cable. This is the cable. I bought this recently. Let me just focus on that. I bought this recently. It's a Type-C cable from oraimo, and check it out on the eShop. It's quite cheap. Comes in, I got this for about I think 160 shillings or 180 shillings. I'm not sure. You can check that out on the oraimo store. So maybe when you're buying something, you can just bundle this up. It's quite a cheap cable, but it works. It works on, it fast charges my phone. So I'll just connect it, and I'll connect it. I'm using my phone as the camera, so you'll bear with me with that. So I'll just plug it in. So you see here, it will indicate that it's fast charging. Let me just connect again so that you can know. It just flashes and goes away, so you'll know whether device, yeah, so it will write fast and it will fast charge. On the device it says fast charging, so but when you connect it and it's not fast charging, it won't flash that. But occasionally you should see the fast charging symbol here. And also when you're using a fast charger to charge this, it will also tell you that you're fast charging. So let me just set that cable aside. Yeah, so let me tell you my experience with this. So my phone has a 3500 milliamp hour battery, which is not a big battery by today's standards. Most come at 5000 milliamp hour, but this charger was able to charge my device twice. I did that from 0 to 100. It charged from 0 to 100 twice. I was able to remain with about 20% power, 21%. That's after charging my device twice. So if you have a phone with a 5000 milliamp hour battery, I can only guarantee it can charge once and maybe at least 3/4 of the way of the other one. Of course, it's 10,000 milliamp hour, but this efficiency is mostly not 100%. So please take note of that. But it will be able to charge your device at least once. And if you have a small phone like mine with 3500 milliamp hour, you should be able to charge it twice without any issues. And you can get you'll find yourself remaining with a little bit of juice to charge these devices. And if I'm not wrong, when I charged my phone twice, I was able to charge, I think, my smartwatch, my Samsung smartwatch. It was able to charge it from 0 to 100 once, and I still remain with about 20%. Yeah, and that's quite good for 10,000 milliamp power bank, and for the price, 1600 shillings only. I recommend you get this. For the time it takes to charge this from 0 to 100, when it runs out, this should take you about 3 hours. If you're using a good charger, it should take about 3 hours, if I'm not wrong. But it also depends on the charger you're using, so don't take my word for it. But overall, it's a nice power bank. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give this an 8.5. Maybe the only gripe I have with it is the amount of time it takes to charge this up. But for everything else, it works quite well. It's quite portable. You can carry it around without noticing you have something extra in your pocket. Sometimes you can even put it together with your phone in the same pocket and it will work. I just wish it had wireless charging, but that's asking for too much for the price. It's only 1600 shillings. So to get this, visit oraimo.com, and I leave links to the description to the actual product. And if you use my link, you'll get a 5% discount. And also, if that doesn't work for you, you can use my discount code, which you should be able to see up on your screen. So these other devices, I've done video of this, so just subscribe to the channel and maybe check this out. So see you in the next one.